and welcome back to Train Simulator 2016. This is a short drive today. I just kind of wanted to demonstrate something that I did when I first started playing with this, and it's actually quite scary. So where we are in the test track. So if I look at a map, is there such a thing as a map? Yes there is. Okay, so this is a test track. It's a small circular type layout, well, oval type layout, in which you can, test trains. So that's, I believe it's modelled after a real facility in Germany, but this isn't an exact replica of it. And we're driving the Class 390. People are going to make fun of me for this. Pendolino? I don't know. I've never heard the word said, so I don't know how you pronounce it. And what I'm going to do is drive it. I've just jumped into this thing, so I can't remember where everything is. Reverser is fully forward, which is what we want. Okay, so that's brake lever. We're going to put us on power stage 1. Because... oh, that's cool. Yes, I need to... right, okay, so this tells us the junctions. So I'm just going to set this all up for when we need... we're later, so we're just going slowly. And we're not going to worry about speeding. The national speed limit for trains in the United Kingdom is 125 miles an hour. However, it was discussed about raising that to 150 miles an hour. They trialled that by having a flashing green signal, which basically just meant that you could exceed the speed limit. So... I'm going to go into the map view, so I'm going to let the entire consist come through the junction, and then I'm going to change it, because we're now going to just pretty much be staying in a circle. In fact, that's just probably... yes, right, okay. So, that's fine. So, we're now clear of the junction, so let's change it, and change it. So, now we are in the circle, so... let's go back inside our cab and full throttle. So it is going to take us a couple of laps to get up to full speed. We are going to be going to 150 miles an hour, and I'm going to show you some cool things to look out for. Oh, we do have a passenger view in this. This is a nice train. Like, seriously nice train. I've never actually ridden on one of these things in real life. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that because we're staying on the main circle. There's a few different segments of the place, like there's a kind of fake station type drop-off point in there, so you can go on that if you need to. Let's go back into this. So the first thing I want to look forward to is the marker boards. I think these are... well, in fact, everything else is in miles. I remember when this came out, it was in kilometers, but I think this is miles. Because, well, everything else is in miles. Miles an hour. So, trains coming through. Now, the cool thing about this train is it's a tilting train, so when we get to the next... so we're at 3 miles. When we get to the next big corner, I'll turn on the tilt, and I can do it now actually. You can see the train lean. Leans right in. So you can see the tilt here. If I just hold this camera view for a while, as the track straightens out, when it does, it's a very long sweeping corner. You'll see the train corner ever end? Does it ever end? Yeah, okay, so we're back level now. Don't worry about the speeding thing. You can usually see it, like if I put the tilt system to isolate, you see us come around. So we're now into a corner, and then we'll have it tilt in. And we're tilting very far because this is quite a steep corner and we are taking it very, very fast. So I just want to check something for memory's sake. Okay, so next time by here, we are going to... what we're going to do is we're going to do a braking test, and I'm going to show you just... I've talked about it before, that if... I'm actually just going to leave it on full acceleration, I think. Start bringing it down. Yeah, I've talked about it in my videos before that if you're in a train and because the rails are frictionless, you won't be able to stop in time for something that appears suddenly directly in front of your train. So I'm going to demonstrate that. We're 3 miles into the track. And so when we get back to the 0, I am going to punch this button, which is the emergency brake, and because I need to see the emergency, because I need to see the marker board, I'm just going to hit it when it goes past the side of the cab here, so it's not going to be exactly alongside us, but more or less. So we're doing what was for a while the theoretical maximum speed limit of a train in the United Kingdom, and we're going to get ready to hit the button. It's coming up, about 3 seconds. 5 seconds in. Brake. So you can see here the emergency brake has now been applied. Oh, I thought it had been applied. I hit the button. Yes, okay, it has been applied. So we're now just waiting for the train to actually stop. So it's now been 2 miles since the brake was activated. You know, I tell you, I think that must be 2 kilometers because that's not been all that long. I'll research it and put a link in the description. Whether it's miles or kilometers. Oh, in fact, actually, it'll tell me there. Yeah, it's kilometers because the distance, that the top number that's decreasing is in kilometers, and it is not 1 between 3 and 4. So yeah, that has been. Well, that's if I get out the train. That's us now come to a complete stop, and if I go over here, which is a 3 kilometer marker board, there. We can just see our train there. So that's nearly 3 kilometers it takes a train to stop from full speed, which is quite scary. These things do not stop on a dime, and this is with an empty, passenger train. There's not a lot of weight in this at all. If I was in a freight train, and true, I would be doing a lot slower because obviously freight trains aren't really fast. I would be going a lot slower, but it would take me much longer to actually get. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. To get stopped because of the extra momentum that we would have. Right, so that was that. That was a little demonstration on how long it takes a train to actually brake from high speed. When I was a kid, we were taught in primary school about the dangers of going on train tracks, because unless you have a really old train, particularly modern trains and particularly electric trains, you cannot hear them coming at all. The rails barely make a noise. Motors barely make a noise, and even then the trains are sometimes going so fast that by the time you hear the noise it is too late for you. So we got that education when we were younger, and you see it a lot with drivers working their way through level crossings and things. These trains can't stop on a dime, and this has been an example of actually just how long it can take a train to stop. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that interesting little tidbit. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!